Then Toby saw the most shocking sight of all. "The windmill is broken," he cried. "This means the end of my business," said the miller, sadly. "I can't afford the timber to make the repairs." Toby really wanted to help. There must be a way. Suddenly, his driver saw a fallen tree ahead. Harvey and Terence were clearing the track. Sir Topham Hatt was cross. "This storm has caused confusion and delay. Remove this tree immediately." But Toby had an idea. "Please, sir, the windmill has been broken. The wood from this tree can mend it and make it work again." "A splendid idea," agreed Sir Topham Hatt. Toby proudly took the tree to the miller. The miller was delighted. "Now we can build our windmill back up again. It will be good as new." Toby watched as the work began. It took a long time. But at last, the windmill was completed. Sir Topham Hatt was most impressed. The miller was grateful. "Thank you, Toby. Your idea saved my windmill." Toby beamed happily. Now the windmill produces more flour than ever before. And Toby makes twice as many deliveries to the market. He never tires of watching the sales go round. And he is very proud that the miller now calls it Toby's Windmill. Thomas, Edward, and James each have a load to pull today. Each load is a different shape. Thomas's load is narrow. Edward's load is wide. And James's load is tall. Each engine has to find the right route. Who will go through this narrow tunnel? Will it be Edward? What shape is Edward's load? Edward's load is wide. A wide load won't fit through a narrow tunnel. What about Thomas? What shape is Thomas's load? Thomas's load is narrow. Will a narrow load fit through a narrow tunnel? Yes, Thomas's load is just the right shape. Here's an iron bridge. This bridge is very wide. Who will go over this bridge? What about James? What shape is James's load? James's load is tall. A tall load will not fit over this bridge. What about Edward? What shape is his load? Edward's load is wide. Will a wide load fit over a wide bridge? Yes, Edward's load is just the right shape. Here's another bridge. What shape is James's load? James's load is tall. His tall load is just the right shape. James has no problems going over this bridge. 3 engines with 3 different shaped loads. And they all found the right route. Well done, all of you. Henry and the Flagpoles. All the engines on the island of Sodor were very excited. There was to be a great banquet at the Scottish castle. Henry loved going to the Scottish castle because on the way he puffed past his favorite tree. The tall pine tree towered above the rest of the forest. Henry always stopped to look at it. Seeing the tall pine tree standing tall and proud made Henry very happy. Henry arrived at the Scottish castle. Sir Topham Hatt was waiting for him. "The castle's flagpole is old and about to break," he said. "Henry, I need you to collect a new flagpole from the docks in time for the banquet." "Yes, sir," puffed Henry. When Henry puffed into the docks, he couldn't see the tall flagpole anywhere. He looked around for something tall. He looked above the coal cars, but there was nothing tall there. He looked at an old ship. It had a tall mast. Then Henry looked up and saw Cranky. Cranky was very tall. But Henry didn't see the flagpole. It was on the flatbed in front of him. It rolled onto the track. "Oops, sorry, matey," called Salty. "I didn't expect to see the flagpole down there," puffed Henry. "It's not tall when you lay it down, matey," said Salty. Henry felt very silly. Soon, Sir Topham Hatt arrived. "This is a disaster," he boomed. "The Scottish castle will not look the same without its flagpole." Henry was very sad. It was all his fault. "Maybe seeing the tall pine tree will cheer me up," Henry huffed. But nothing could make Henry feel better. "I wish I hadn't broken the flagpole," Henry sighed to Toby. "They could make a new flagpole out of that tall tree," Toby puffed. Henry looked up at the tall pine tree. He didn't want it to be made into a flagpole. The next morning, Henry had to take some workmen to the forest. But the workmen were carrying axes and saws. "Oh, no," moaned Henry. "They must be going to cut down the tall pine tree."